Good afternoon, church.
Praise the Lord.
You don't hear me say this too often, but let me tell you, this is a day that the Lord has made.
Yes.
How about that? I am, for those of you from another state, I'm Mike Purzycki. I'm the mayor of the city, and I am just delighted to be here. We met, how long ago? 6-8 weeks ago, down at the Chase Center, honoring this magnificent woman who graces my lapel here. And I remember going there just blown away by the number of people who were in the Chase Center. There were 1,500 people down there. I know something in this life. 1,500 people aren't going to show up for me. And I'm the mayor. I mean, it's like she was a remarkable, remarkable woman who deserved that great send-off, who deserved all the accolades accorded her that day. What I remember most, I remember a number of things about that day. I remember getting up and speaking my heart for 5 minutes and 3 seconds because I was reminded that I went over the 3-minute, and only my two colleagues here, Bishop Weeks and Bishop Gibson, Apostle Weeks, they know why. They know why I wanted to steal that extra 2 minutes. But I remember it was an easy event to talk about because all I did was just open up my heart and talk about this wonderful woman who made such an impression on our city over such a long period of time. And then I remember, for those of you who didn't attend it, I remember someone, Donnie, gave me a copy of her certificate to preach. And it was so moving because it was a document we had somewhere in our archives since 1959. I guess you need a permit to preach in this city. And so we had her permit. And what was so amazing about it is the form that they used only had room for men. It was just he, his, her. And I remember they had this he, his, her, and they had to cross out he and or add an S and make she, and it was just touching because it reminded you what a pioneer Bishop Morton was. That, it reminded you that there were doors closed, and some people, when they came up to those doors, turned around and walked away, and Bishop Morton just pushed right through those closed doors. And what she meant to this community over so much time was extraordinary. So I remember when we spoke that night, I said to the crowd, look, the seminal moment in that life wasn't just the day she was born, it was the day that she was ordained. And that's the day we ought to memorialize in Wilmington. And so I promised that day that we would make April 24th Bishop Aretha Morton Day in Wilmington. And here we are. Really. I mean, really, I got to tell you, I got to thank her for making me feel so good as a human being, for being a part of this. That's what a wonderful day today is. And so we're gonna get to do this in a little while, but I just want, Donald, you behind me here? Yeah, I mean, Donald and I have been friends, and it's so moving for me to be a part of a celebration of his mother, because there are things you start to understand in this life at my advanced age, and one is you only get one mother. And there is nothing, being a dad, I can tell you, there's a wonderful cartoon. There's a wonderful cartoon they did years ago, and I can't remember who it was, but they had this thing where the dad goes to his kids and says, look, there's a possibility your mother and I may be separating, and I want to know which, and they said, Mom. Like he didn't get it out, and that's the way it is, as much as my kids love me. I know where they're going. And so I'm just so moved. I'm moved here to be mayor of a city that loved a person, and that love reflects our value as a city. And I'm just so proud. So we're going to get to the formal ceremony in a little while, but we have a number of people who want to get up and pay their respects. And first, I want to introduce Bregetta Fields, in whose district the church resides. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is a pleasure to be a part of. I grew up in West Center City where Tabernacle is, and just to be here today is a great honor and pleasure, and I thank God for all of you being here just to honor a great woman, not just throughout the city of Wilmington and the state of Delaware, but from West Center City. It's an honor for me to speak on such a monumental day as today. A woman of many firsts, Bishop Aretha Morton was a trailblazer and a hero for many people in the state of Delaware. Bishop Morton is a pillar of the community and her church. Tabernacle Full Gospel Baptist Church is a historic staple in the 5th District. Her presence in the church was a game changer for all women in the state of Delaware. Her position disrupted the male-controlled patterns that says women bodies don't belong behind pulpits. Bishop Morton gave young girls a fuller vision of what God can call them to, and her life is a testimony of showing young girls that they don't have to wait so long to see the possibilities of what they can be in church life. With a great heart and compassion, Bishop Morton proudly led people in the church and beyond. Today's day will not only bring recognition to Bishop Morton's legacy, but it will also give an opportunity for those who did not get a chance to know her to learn more about her within our schools, businesses, and communities. She will be missed, but moving forward, her legacy will never be forgotten. Thank you. I'm sorry, and next will be Miss Janesta Ray.
Hey y'all, as Bishop would say. Um, First and foremost, I want to thank you, Mayor Purzycki, and as Bishop would so respectfully call you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Thank you for so very much for this day. Today we are indeed celebrating a historic day whereby in 1959, Bishop Morton preached her what they called then initial and or trial sermon. And here we are 64 years later, a day well deserved. And it's so fitting, whoa, I didn't do that. It's so fitting that we are doing this at the backdrop of Peter Spencer Plaza. Peter Spencer, as you all know, was an American freedman who in 1813 founded the Union Church of Africans in Wilmington, Delaware. And it's so ironic that known today, Mother AU MCP Church, that actually was the last preaching assignment that Bishop had in September 2022, as they were celebrating that church's 209th year anniversary. Yeah. In Bishop's words, if she were here, Bishop would lean over and she would say, "I'm having a humility attack," because that's just who she was, humble to a fault. Looking out and seeing all of you, is just so amazing. And I can imagine that if Bishop were here in the flesh, and I say in the flesh because she is definitely here in spirit with each and every one of us. All right. If she were here, she would say, I love you guys. All righty. And then she'd probably say something funny because with all the gifts that Bishop had, comedian was one right at the top of the list. And Bishop wasn't just funny, she was laugh out loud funny. And she will certainly be missed for that. In closing, I want to take time to personally thank my manager, my friend, my sister friend, Ms. Donnie Bougele Smith. Donnie didn't know Bishop to know her, but she jumped right in, and those of you that were able to see the program and read that extensive program, that bio, that was Miss Smith with her prolific writing skills, taking some 20-some biographies that I had written for Bishop over the years, and she just condensed it and created a masterpiece. And we so thank her because that will be Bishop's last official written document. So thank you so very much for that. Okay. And then also, I want to thank each and every one of you for your kind acts of sympathy, expressions of sympathy, all the prayers, all the contributions, the participations, the kind and in-kind acts of service these past few months since February the 4th, 2023 to this very moment. Believe me when I say we could not have done it without you. So from my heart to Bishop's family, to our church family throughout the state and this nation, and definitely this beloved city of Wilmington, I want you all to know that it has been my greatest honor to have served her for 37 years. I want to acknowledge Bishop Kim Davis, who was the successor for the State of Delaware Full Gospel Baptist Church Fellowship for Bishop Morton, and also Reverend Dr. Mark Rainey, who is the successor for Tabernacle Full Gospel Baptist Cathedral. And as Bishop, we're just gonna continue to allow her legacy to never die. And right now, I just sense the spirit of Bishop saying to each and every one of you, in Bishop's own signature way, if you would turn to somebody and with a smile, just say, hey, baby. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Thank you.
Okay, personal privilege of the floor here. I just want to recognize our council members who are here. Tis Bracy, Councilwoman Oliver, Councilman Mills, and Spadola is over here. Just look for his hat, you'll find him. He's under his hat. And now, a great treat to have Apostle Thomas Weeks up here to say a few words.
Myself and the Reverend Bishop Aretha Morton had been traveling the cities for over 40 years. We were in a lot of meetings, a lot of crisis meetings, and I learned that we both shared a love, and that was for young people. She was very vocal with hers, so I could sit back and I could know that she was going to take the lead and just go for it, for both male, female, just our young people. She did it behind closed doors as well as out front. She committed her life and ministry to that. She was also very much a part of when we had two ministerial organizations in our city. She was very much a part of them coming together, coming together, coming together. And in our coming together, I remember one of the areas that she was making sure that as we developed the new name, that we had action. She just didn't want us to be a ministerial body. She wanted us to be the action council. We get stuff done. Now, in that spirit, I'm picking up on today. And I would like to propose to the mayor, to the city council, that we do more than just have a day. That this day become a rallying day for us to be able to raise funds and to give funds to a school that has been named Aretha Morton. And in that school, there is this pool of extra funds coming in that's going to make sure that there are some young leaders, especially female leaders, that are being developed in a very special way in that school. And because I am usually the one sitting in a position like the mayor, having folks give suggestions without putting any skin in the game, I want the mayor to know that New Destiny Fellowship will be the first to give $1,000 towards that fund in that school that's named after Bishop Aretha Morton.
Okay. Donald? Star of the show coming up, Donald Morton.
Hey, y'all. I say, hey, y'all. I can't quite bring my, and don't do the hey, baby thing. Apostle turned to me and said, hey, baby. I was like, nah, I can't. Yeah, I can't do that. Before I begin, let me just kind of confess something to you. I had 53 years with my mom. And sometimes when you're that close to greatness, you take it for granted. My mom, somebody called her recently a little big deal. Small in stature, but very strong in impact. I want to tell you a story. My niece got me from the airport on Saturday. And so as soon as I get in the truck, she says, Bronk, we gonna hang a door as soon as we get to the house. I said, no, we not gonna hang a door. If you wanna hang a door, you can hang a door. She said, no, we can do this. So all throughout the day, she's signifying to me how important it is that we hang this door. The mayor said earlier that mom opened many doors for a whole lot of people, primarily our sisters of our community. Can y'all give God praise for the fact that she would spend her life? So in the way that I do, I go on Facebook. I'm ready to clown. Because my niece wants to hang a door, I'm sitting on the couch, neighbors are watching, everybody's smiling and clowning. Like, y'all good? They see a grown man with a camera and 3 women trying to hang a door. And it hit me, Wayne, it hit me at the moment that I went outside to clown. This is exactly what Aretha Morton would do. She's not gonna call nobody to do something she knows how to do for herself. When she was married to my father, she would always complain that Dad would sit down, watch Monday Night Football, whatever day the football games came on, while she was carrying, in her words, 50-pound bags of coal across America. Y'all know she has some stories, right? Can I just suggest something to you? My mom didn't just open doors. She hung them first. It's one thing to be able to open doors so that people can pass through. It's another thing to hang the door that the very people are able to walk through. I'm excited for a woman that I now respect in ways that are unimaginable. Not because I didn't respect her before. Councilman, I did. It's not, or Senator, I did. It's not that I didn't respect her before, but when you're that close, when you get a chance to go over and eat spaghetti with the spaghetti that she made or the chicken and rice that she made. See, y'all got a chance to see Bishop Aretha Morton. I got a chance to see Mom. But I got to give her flowers. The woman changed lives. I'm going to tell you a last story, Bishop Davis. Every Baptist preacher got 3 closings. This is my last one. What many don't know, Elder Ray knows, is that Mom didn't just want April 24th to be celebrated by Mom. My anniversary is April 24th. Bishop or Elder Nancy Fitzpatrick's anniversary is April 24th. So we're able to share in this day. When I first got into ministry, one of my first assignments, Apostle Weeks, was she took me to a funeral at Harriet Tubman Church on Market. And when we're walking in, Elder Ray, I'm sure you already know this, we're walking in, they fighting inside the funeral. Come on, don't act like y'all don't know. That's what we do sometimes, right? It ain't a funeral till somebody fight. So they're fighting in the funeral. Everybody's running out saying they fighting. So I'm going the way the crowd's going. Everybody's leaving. I'm leaving too. She said, oh, no. I said, what we doing? We out? She said, oh, no. Ministry is not Sunday morning. Ministry is walking in this place and comforting a family that everybody is now abandoning because it's a little chaos. Not only did she walk into chaos, she had every comfort in creating chaos. I remember one time she told me, she said, baby, now President Biden, when he was Senator Biden, he called a meeting and she said, no, you don't call meetings. We call meetings. And so she asked everybody to leave so that when Senator Biden showed up, nobody was there. Because she didn't just go into chaos, she created chaos. She didn't just open doors, she hung doors.
I think we've got to sign a proclamation. Who's in charge here? The only thing I'll read out of all this, because we said a lot of these things already, is that I, Michael Purzycki, Mayor of the City of Wilmington, do hereby declare this day, April 24th, today and in perpetuity, as Bishop Aretha E. Morton Day in Wilmington, the home she loved so deeply, and ask residents to pay tribute to the late Bishop for her lifetime of inspirational leadership and dedicated service to the people of our great city. Amen. Let me sign it. see who gets them. One goes to the church. You get one goes to the church.
Lord Jesus.